You hear it everywhere you turn. Inflation, inflation, inflation. Prices are going up and it feels like your hard-earned money just doesn't go as far as it used to. But here's the thing. While most people struggle to keep up, the rich, they often seem to not just survive inflation but thrive during it. So what's the secret? How do they do it? Well, it all boils down to understanding what inflation really is, and more importantly, how to use it to your advantage. In the simplest terms, inflation is the rate at which prices for goods and services increase over time. Think about it like this. A gallon of milk that cost $2 last year might cost $2.50 this year. Not all assets are created equal during periods of inflation. Some assets hold their value better, and some even appreciate in value faster than inflation. One of the oldest and most reliable ways to hedge against inflation is to invest in real assets. I'm talking about things like real estate, commodities, and even fine art. These assets have intrinsic value because they represent something tangible. When inflation rises, so do property values and rental income. Commodities are another great example. These are raw materials like oil, gold, and agricultural products. Investing in commodities can be a way to protect your purchasing power and even profit during inflationary times. Now, you might be thinking, what about the stock market? Is that a good hedge against inflation? Well, the answer is, it depends. Not all stocks are created equal when it comes to inflation. Think about companies that sell essential goods and services, things that people need no matter what the economy is doing. These companies have pricing power, meaning they can raise prices without losing too many customers. On the other hand, companies that sell discretionary items might struggle during inflationary periods. Look for companies with strong pricing power, a solid track record of profitability, and a history of increasing dividends. Gold. It's been a store of value for thousands of years, and for good reason. Gold tends to hold its value or even appreciate when the purchasing power of paper money declines. Having some exposure to precious metals like gold and silver in your portfolio can be a way to diversify your holdings and potentially protect your wealth during inflationary times. You can invest in physical gold like coins or bars, or you can invest in gold ETFs or mining stocks. Now let's talk about a type of investment that's specifically designed to protect against inflation: Treasury Inflation Protected Securities, or TIPS for short. TIPS are bonds issued by the US government, so they're considered to be very safe investments. The principal value of TIPS adjusts with inflation, so if inflation rises, the principal value of your TIPS bond goes up as well. The interest payments and the principal value of TIPS adjust with inflation, providing you with a stream of income that keeps pace with the rising cost of living. Finally, let's talk about a more recent addition to the world of investing: cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are decentralized, meaning they're not controlled by any government or financial institution. That means they're not subject to the same inflationary pressures as fiat currencies. Plus, many cryptocurrencies have a limited supply, just like precious metals. For example, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. This scarcity, combined with growing demand, could potentially lead to price appreciation over the long term. So, there you have it. 5 strategies that the wealthy use to not just survive inflation, but to potentially come out ahead. By understanding how inflation works and adapting your investment strategies, you can protect your purchasing power and potentially even grow your wealth over time. I encourage you to do your own research, talk to a financial advisor, and make informed decisions that align with your financial goals and risk tolerance. What are your thoughts on these inflation hedging strategies? Have you tried any of them yourself? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about building wealth and achieving financial freedom, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads.